Okay, now I'd like to talk a little bit about changing the output. It's something we hear quite often is, that's not exactly the way we do things today. And what I would like companies to consider is changing the way they do things to get benefit from that. And I think for a construction company, what we hear time and time again is that the primary motivator is to win business. Especially in the U.S., efficiency can be a higher priority. In other places, efficiency is, of course, important to the U.S., but most companies really want to have that competitive advantage and win the projects. And based on our experience, what we've seen that works is, number one, to differentiate yourself. We've seen a lot of companies present when we represent owners, also when we're working with the companies, and most companies do the same thing. They present a list of, here's the projects that we've done. It doesn't really say whether they did those on time or on budget or the owner was happy with it. It's just a case history of projects. They show an org chart for the project they're proposing on, and then a little bit of site logistics. They don't do much else than that. So it really can be hugely advantageous to differentiate yourself by doing something different than what the rest of the herd is doing. Of course, cost is important. If you're different but you're way more expensive, then you're still not going to win. So it has to be cost effective. And I think another thing that people do not focus on enough is better ways of interacting. Projects often take many years. There are many stressful points. Lots of money is being spent. Delays do happen. So the owner and the design team know that they're going to be in many hundreds of meetings with the company that they select. Having better tools and better processes to interact with one another is a strong competitive advantage that we've seen win projects for many of our customers. So to subdivide those, I would say decision support and superior interaction really, particularly when connecting to the owner and the design team, better ways of explaining the current state of the budget, helping the design team and the owner drive the project to the target budget and the target schedule is critical, but also better interaction with the subcontractors to make life easy for them is going to make the project cheaper and faster. I think the GC industry has far too much been trying to push work off on the subs for many decades now. Subs have become very efficient at their own particular trade, but a subcontractor cannot orchestrate their interaction with the other trades. That's where the GC really needs to step in, and there's a huge opportunity to get more efficient by doing so. Again, I would suggest be willing to change your internal deliverables to optimize them both for the owner design team side and for the subcontractor side. Our vision of how that data flow would work is, first of all, a very high-quality model that has been well analyzed to be constructible as modeled, as documented. If you don't have that done, then it doesn't matter about the rest of the data flow because it's garbage in. If you don't have good input, the rest of the system will not work correctly. If you have that good model, you have the basis for accurate quantities that can produce very accurate costs. The combination of that data can produce an accurate schedule and production control, and then the combination of all of those things helps a company win business. Okay, so again, the key points: owner and design team, what do they want? They want to reduce risk. They really need proactive cost management. All too often, designers make a decision and they don't understand in 3, 4, 5 months later what the cost and schedule impact of that is going to be. Using target cost design and other types of concepts, you can get in front of that and provide a huge advantage, a huge benefit for the owner and the design team and win business by doing so. Of course, reducing cost and claims by having a good plan that is constructible and compressing the schedule is critical. For subcontractors, making their life easy, making sure that things are constructible as designed. That allows them to prefabricate more than they typically would without having to do a lot of field rework, and it allows them to have efficient labor flow, which is a huge advantage. Prevailing theory in the construction industry seems to be throw as many people at a task as early as possible. Our theory would be more calculate the optimum start date in the right number of people so they can work continuously with no starts and stops. They're not sitting on the site costing money, not adding value because the next location is not ready for them, and they haven't left the site adding risks that they won't come back on time. Right start date, continuous labor flow saves a huge amount of money for the subs, which they can pass on to the GC, helping them win business.